is a good player.
Yeah.
So
Kind of
he knows how to pilot the heavies pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, would not be the only person to be really good at Sylvan Hodan. So yeah, this is kind of known to be a bit of a difficult matchup for Hodan, but we've definitely seen Hodan players make it work before, most notably with Plushie versus MSB at Genesis. So curious to see how this is gonna go for Scooby. And
starting out with the Nairs and the rocks, I like it.
I gotta say, this is definitely one set I'm really interested in seeing, because Scooby, from what I remember, had a fairly close set with ZB back at Genesis.
Really?
So,
this year?
Yeah, this last Genesis.
I guess I need to pay closer attention, because, like, I didn't hear anything about that.
It was one of those things where it was kind of just, like, off-stream. If you were there, you heard about it, but if you weren't, you might not have.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was not able to make it out this year.
Scrupp just gonna hold onto that rocket ledge and
rock there.
And that was a pretty solid trap, because standing on the platform like that is gonna be fairly difficult for Hodan to reach.
Yeah, Hodan is like kind of is not great at fighting enemies above him. If they aren't directly above him, of course.
Yeah.
You know, if they're directly above him, he has that up air. Here's the hard part: is getting back on stage. Hodan Fair is going to put in a lot of work here, but finally manages to land their feet on the stage. Let's see how far they can take this.
Yeah, it's going to be really important here for Scooby to make the most of these edge guards, because both these characters do a great job edge guarding each other, and just like that, down tilt fair is going to go crazy either way if you're looking at it.
Yeah, that down tilt fair is such a solid kill confirm against Kragg, because like that down tilt you can just kind of use it until it hits the Kragg, because there's not really much end lag, and Kragg doesn't really have like hitboxes that can contest it very well.
Yeah.
Not really able to capitalize off the rock very well though, because Hodan doesn't really have like moves that hit the rock shards forward. So if you're like recovering low as Kragg versus the Hodan when there's a rock on the ledge, Hodan just kind of has to hold it.
Yeah. It's kind of a tough thing for Hodan in general, I feel, is that, like, for characters with big hitboxes and great projectiles, it's really hard for them to actually close the gap at all. And at ledge, he gets ledge trapped fairly hard.
Right, especially against the menace that is Kragg Fair.
But we might be seeing Hodan doing similar things right back to the Kragg.
Yeah, the tornado into EXFE is not something I see too often.
Trying to find a way to approach Skrupp right now. Managing to make these percents super even.
The down strong into the fair. Skrupp trying to find another fair. That looks to be their preferred way to pick out stocks versus this Hodan. But the rock doesn't break to that. Yeah, they're just trying to find this forward air.
Yeah.
Before things get too rough, and there it is.
Yeah, Scooby managing to just barely bring that game back. Taking game one.
What a clutch that'd be.
Yeah. So tired of working with. Alright. So game 2 gonna be on Frozen Fortress, taking it to a very large stage. I'm curious to see how it's gonna work out for Skrupp. I do think this is a solid pick for Kragg in this situation.
Yeah, but Hodan isn't too bad on the stage either.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think both characters. In general, the stage is really good for a lot of the heavyweight characters.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, the blast ones being so big, like it helps, but I think also both these characters can just kind of take their opponent off the top sometimes. And As I said.
Yeah, just like that.
It'd be helpful for both of them though, because I mean, Scooby always has that EX uppy in his back pocket. I don't know if he is how good he is at the confirms into it off the top, but it is a pretty strong factor for Hodan.
Yeah. Just trying to do a little bit of scrapping here. It's interesting too, because we saw Skrupp take an early lead last game as well.
Yeah, but then they
didn't end up working out for him in the end though, so I'm curious if Scooby's gonna be having like a similar comeback, the back hitbox of F-Strong taking that first stock.
What a mix-up, but that Fair is just gonna seal it out. Fair has sealed out a very large amount of stock for Skrupp this set so far. Honestly, 75% of the stocks they've taken.
Pretty much both sides honestly taking most of their stocks with Fair, I'd say.
Yeah, Fair is a very good kill move for both these characters. These characters are more similar than I guess what you would initially think.
Good patience there from Scooby, waiting for Skrupp to come out of the side B. Gonna be able to find that punish.
I do like the way that Skrupp positioned themselves though, so that if I think that they're positioning themselves at the end of the side B, to where if Scooby decided to do an F strong, that they would have flown into the rock so that they could tech it.
Yeah. Finds the Fair.
He's struggling to club up a stock right now though.
Mm-hmm.
EX up tilt almost gonna do it, but not quite. And yeah, that'll seal out the stock. We have seen Scooby come back from these before. It is by no means out of the realm of possibility for him to win this at this point.
You can never count Hodan out, but the thing is, like, last game that was like a 30% deficit when Skrupp was on his last stock. This time, 100%. But so far, Scooby has Skrupp stuck off stage. Not sure if there's another pillar on deck.
The X up tilt.
Ooh, the jab? That might be
That'll do it, yeah.
Wow.
Wow, what a comeback from Scooby. He was always playing from the back foot, but he still managed to, you know, to make the comeback every time.
Yeah. Scooby looking very solid here, moving